Every religion has its holy book. Christians have the Gospels, Muslims have the Quran, Hindus have the Vedas. So what about the Jews? Easy, the Torah. But here's the thing. Ask 5 Jews what the Torah is, and you'll get 6 answers. Is it the scroll in the synagogue? The first 5 books of the Bible? The entire canon of Jewish thought? Or is it more of a vibe than a volume? Depending on who you ask, the Torah might be a book, a blueprint, a legal code, or the voice of God whispering through the centuries of Jewish history. And because this is Judaism, all of them might be right. The Torah isn't just a book you read, it's a thing you enter. But what exactly are you stepping into? First, a quick Hebrew lesson. The word Torah doesn't mean truth, law, or even book. It means instruction or guidance, which suggests that it's not just about dusty old scrolls or ancient laws. It's about how to live now. The Torah has layers, like onions or matryoshka dolls. At its most literal, the Torah means the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Jews call them the Chumash, or the 5 books of Moses. But in Hollywood terms, it's a 5-part franchise that begins quite literally in the beginning and ends on a cliffhanger. Moses dies, and the Israelites are standing at the edge of the Promised Land. Roll credits. These books have everything: cosmic creation, catastrophic floods, divine encounters, and enough family drama to rival Game of Thrones, but with more sand, less gore, and occasional divine plagues. But the Torah doesn't stop with freedom. It weaves story and structure, miracles and meaning. It introduces laws, rituals, and values, a whole framework for how a freed people should live. It's a manual for life, 613 commandments that cover everything from ethics to agriculture, food to festivals, social justice to spiritual discipline. Some laws feel universal. Don't murder, don't steal. Others, surprisingly specific. Don't mix wool and linen together. Leave the corners of your field for the poor. Shoo away a mother bird before taking her eggs. Why? Because in the Torah's worldview, everything, your clothing, your crops, even your random encounters with wildlife, can be infused with holiness. But here's where things get more complicated. According to Jewish tradition, the written Torah was given to Moses atop Mount Sinai while the Israelites stood below, surrounded by thunder and fire. But it didn't come alone. It came with an oral companion, a kind of user manual explaining how to interpret and apply its laws. For centuries, the Oral Torah was passed down from teacher to student until it was eventually written down as the Mishnah and later expanded into the Talmud. So when someone says Torah, they might be referring to an entire universe of Jewish learning, not just one scroll, but libraries of commentary, argument, and debate. It's more like an open source project, endlessly discussed, questioned, and reinterpreted. You don't just read the Torah, you engage with it, you wrestle with it, you question it. 2 people studying Torah will often sound like they're fighting. They're not, they're just learning. For over 2,000 years, Jews have studied the Torah in pairs, out loud, face to face. Not just, what does this verse say, but why does it say it this way? What's missing here? What if we read it differently? There's even a global reading cycle, 1 portion a week every week, so the Jewish world turns the same page together, year after year. And here's a classic Torah brain teaser. If Moses wrote down the entire Torah at Sinai, how does the Torah end with Moses dying? One answer is that Joshua, Moses' successor, wrote the final verses. Another answer is prophecy. The kind most people imagine is future seeing. Moses knew it was going to happen, so he wrote it down. But there's a deeper view of prophecy in Judaism. It's not about predicting the future, it's about connecting to something beyond time. The Torah wasn't written like a diary. It was a divine download, past, present, and future all compressed into a single transmission. And Moses plugged in, like Neo in The Matrix for all you movie buffs. Or, as Kabbalah puts it, Torah isn't just a book about the world, it's the blueprint of the world. The universe exists because of it, and unfolds according to its code. For centuries, the Torah was the Jewish people's portable homeland. When synagogues were burned, languages forgotten, and names erased, the Torah remained, not just as a memory, but as a muscle. Learning it was an act of survival, of defiance, of hope. And now, it's a blueprint for building something lasting. Not just surviving, but thriving. Not just remembering who you were, but deciding who you want to be. Because the Torah isn't just a record of what was, it's a living tradition of what matters. It's not meant to stay on a shelf. In Judaism, there's no neat line between sacred and secular. Torah touches everything: how you eat, how you work, how you rest, how you treat your neighbor, even how you think and feel. If life is a game, the Torah isn't the scoreboard. It's the rulebook and the playbook all rolled into one. So, what is the Torah actually? It's a scroll, a story, a law code, a living conversation, a covenant between God and a people that refuses to stay frozen in time. You don't just read it, you live it. You argue with it. You carry it forward. And just like that, you become part of the story.